Now we move on to our second speaker for today, and we have a man of honor. He has requested me that he would love us to read his profile. He's our boss. By the time he starts his presentation, then his profile will unveil itself. We are moving on to the second topic, saying HR in the digital age, a roadmap for success. HR in the digital age, a roadmap for success. Join me as I welcome Mr. Sean Olabode Badiru, MCIPM, as he takes us through this topic. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
All right. And I hope you can see my slide.
Yes.
All right. So please, at any time that my internet goes bala blue, kindly call my attention to so I can pause and do the needful. So thank you once again for the privilege. Of course, if you say if you have not asked us to speak, we would have remained in the audience, but thank you for considering us worthy to take this topic. Basically, for the profile, there is no need of what have we achieved. You don't need to bother about our profile. We give glory to God for all that we have been able to achieve within this period of our lifetime. And I'm hoping that beyond what the profile says, we will be richly blessed today. It's going to be a highly refreshing session, and I'm hoping that this will be the case. Okay, so this is just the summary of the profile, and when you get the slide, you'll see more about that. Now, I want to play this video, and it's on that note I'll be starting my session. So please enjoy the video.
Hi, I'm Milton with HiBob, and I'm a human who uses tech to do my job. HR professionals have a ton to keep track of across the entire employee journey. So, here's a life hack for you. Use tech. HR tech is today's HR concept in a nutshell. So what is HR tech? Imagine it as a co-pilot that helps you navigate and automate a ton of time-consuming tasks. Things like onboarding, time and attendance, compensation management, performance management, and people analytics can all be handled by software, freeing you up for more important tasks, like writing viral posts on LinkedIn. Okay, time to be Milton, the HR leader. HR tech flat out allows me to care more about my employees, from surveys to performance reviews and beyond. Modern HR teams already use HR tech, but there are a few key ways to implement tech more successfully. First, stay up to date. Tech moves fast, and so should you. Keeping on top of all the innovation that's out there is critical to maximizing the benefits of tech for your team. Next, adapt. HR tech changes the way employees work. Amend your policies to keep them fair, consistent, and unbiased. And finally, try collaborating with IT to go even deeper on your tech. There might be something happening behind the scenes that helps you bring HR center stage. Whether you're just getting started with HR tech, or you're already on top of it at your organization, Bob transforms the way HR teams do HR.
Okay, that's it about HR tech. Is just an intro video just to introduce this whole concept of HR tech to us. I'll be starting today by just reminding us, for some of us that have not come to terms with this, that the business of your organization is your business. Your organization's business is your business. As HR leaders, as HR managers across various organizations, our role stretches way beyond just hiring and firing. I know this is what some of us are used to, carrying file, just being concerned basically about our job roles. Some of us do not know what's going on in other departments, but our role stretches way beyond the confines of what we have defined as our responsibilities, in the HR space. We need to recognize how tightly woven we are into every thread of our various organizations, whether it's operations, be it customer service, be it marketing, be it research and development, finance, sales, whatever it is, that whatever it is that at the departments of our organizations, our understanding and involvement directly influence the overall success of our organization. So we need to understand that we are strategic partners right at the heart of the organization's operations. So we need to go beyond the backing these functions. We need to get right into the thick of each of all of this, and we need to understand them inside out. Let's just give you examples, so you understand exactly what I'm saying when I said your organization's business is your business. If you don't know what's happening in this department, let's take, for example, marketing. If you don't know the challenges your marketing team is facing day to day, if you are not tuned into these dynamics of their operations, how are you going to tailor your recruitment strategies to actually pinpoint and attract, the exact kind of talent that your marketing team needs to be more effective? If all we focus on are just the basic functions of our department, that means you'll be churning in, talents that are not really, maybe culturally fit, maybe the kind of skill sets that are required, are not aligned, with the skill sets of these individuals, and we may not be able to actually blend them in. Going into sales, if you don't know the challenges, and objectives of your sales team, how are you going to be equipped to let's even say, let's take incentive programs as an example. Are you going to craft incentives programs and actually scout for new hires, with the skills that will propel growth in sales? And all these are leaders. It's the EBITDA they care about, the P&L. So if you don't, if you're not acquainted with what they do there, how are you going to bring in the new hires and incentivize them to be able to deliver results? So it's important that we see our decisions, the decisions we make as HR leaders, supposed to know that they have a ripple effect throughout our organization. And when we slot the right person into the right role, we are not just filling a vacancy, we are actually and potentially elevating the performance of that entire department and the entire organization. And on the flip side, if the hire is poor, it can throw off an entire team's dynamics and the performance of that team and that of the organization. So to truly influence and drive performance, we need to deeply understand what success looks like, in every part of the organization. And this means that we know not just the what, but the how, of their operations. So we're talking about what the goals of each department are. We're talking about how these goals are measured and achieved. We're talking about the challenges of these departments, the challenges they face. We're talking about how HR can help them overcome these challenges. And these are the questions we need to be asking ourselves as a future thinking HR leaders, by deepening our understanding of every of these departments and aligning our objectives with the broader business goals of the organization. I think we can influence outcomes more effectively and then contribute to the success of our entire organization in a more meaningful way. So let's move now to technology. Let's look at the importance of digital transformation in today's business landscape. As you can see on your screen, the first point there is enhanced operational efficiency. Digital tools, and perhaps automation can help you streamline your entire business processes, can help you reduce the time, it can help you reduce the effort you need to complete your task. Some of us are still focused on doing things manually, but with the help of digital tools, we can actually streamline the processes and reduce the time and efforts that we need to complete various tasks. This means that you can get more done with less effort and fewer errors. So this way, you are not just saving time, you are optimizing workflows across so many departments, in your organization. Also, you can automate, repetitive tasks like payroll, like leave management, and of course, performance tracking. And what this does is that, it frees up your time, and that of your team to focus on more strategic initiatives, in your department and in the entire organization, like, talent acquisition, employee engagement, and a host of others. So having integrated systems will also give you real-time access to critical metrics, which will allow you to make decisions quicker, and also you'll be able to allocate resources, better. So the very ultimate result of this is that you will be having a leaner, more agile organization where everyone can then focus on, high value activities and not the mundane things that currently occupy some of our time. So you will also be driving the overall productivity and reducing operational bottlenecks in the organization. So let's leave number one there and move to number two quickly. We're talking about the importance of digital transformation in today's business landscape. Number two, it will help you improve customer experience. digital transformation will also allow you, to provide faster and more personalized service to your diverse customers. For example, let me use this as an example. If you integrate, let's say, online chats, online support and personalized products recommendation with the help of artificial intelligence. I'll touch on that, in a bit. Integrating artificial intelligence into your HR strategy. If you integrate this into your digital strategy, they're going to make your customers feel valued and well understood. And what this means is that your business will be experiencing less downtime, quicker issues resolution, and perhaps a smoother customer journey, through their various journeys as they navigate the various touch points of your business online, and address them before, you are identifying, customer pain points, and, you are addressing them before they even realize that their problem is actually, a problem. So digital technology that we're talking about will help you go beyond merely offering, services, as you are currently being perceived, to creating a seamless end-to-end experience, to your customers. And this keeps your customers engaged, it keeps them loyal, and ultimately is going to help you drive growth for your business. Number three, quickly, it's going to help you increase data-driven decision making. You're going to have an increased data-driven decision making. There is this popular adage that the numbers tell a story. You just need the right tools to interpret this number. So with the help of digital technology, what you will do is that you can collect and analyze a vast amount of data, to make better decisions for your organization. So you will be able to understand and predict customer needs, and you will also be able to make informed choices that will help you drive success in your organizations. And with this also, there's not going to be any insights that will go unnoticed anymore in your organization. You'll be having the right technology, and this will ensure that you uncover hidden patterns, and correlations within your data. It's going to enable you to capitalize on opportunities, and also you will be able to mitigate risk in a manner that is more proactive in your organization. So this is organization-wide. We've narrowed it down to HR, your department. Now, for you as an HR professional, we are looking at predictive analytics for talent management. We will be looking at a huge opportunity to identify high performers, in your organization. And we'll also be talking about, forecasting turnover, and even, pinpoint the skills gaps in your workforce. And you'll be doing this before they become a problem. You're going to be doing this, before they become a problem. When you deploy digital tools, it's going to help, your digital, your data analytics, efforts, and you will be able to deploy it in a way that, the way you manage your talents is being enhanced, and the way you forecast turnover is being enhanced, the way you pinpoint gaps, in the skills, in the competencies and skills of your workforce is also being enhanced. So with tools like maybe real-time dashboards, and data visualizations. You can track employee engagements, you can track performance metrics, and you can also um, um, understand and know deeply the ROIs, of your recruitment efforts. And, like I said earlier, the board and, I think the management also, a great deal of the management team, all they are concerned about is ROI, the EBITDA, the P&L. If you can't show them data that will show the impact of your efforts, your HR efforts, your HR strategy, if they cannot see the impact of all you are doing on the EBITDA, on the P&L, they are not going to actually pay attention to whatever it is you are bringing to them, as a proposal. And what this means is that you will also be able to make more proactive and evidence-based decisions, when you employ these digital tools, which are rooted in data and which will lead to more strategic workforce planning, improved employee experience, and ultimately a more competitive business for your organization. I have said this times and again, across various chapters and branches and across various organizations where I've been privileged to facilitate sessions. I've told people that you need to hone your Microsoft Excel skills. You need to dust your notes on Microsoft Excel. You have not even scratched the surface of the capabilities of Microsoft Excel. I know some of us already have robust human resource information systems in our organizations, but for some of us that do not have the huge resources to deploy one, I mean, Excel there's virtually nothing you cannot do on Excel. There's virtually nothing you cannot do on Excel. You can, draw pivots, dashboard. You can draw dashboard there using the pivot functionality there, and you use slicer, and you can begin to, show management, by clicking the various tools available on the slicer, and the pivot table you have created. You see the dashboard. You see, you make your presentations. Show them in pie charts, in histogram, various data that you have now presented to them in a simplified manner and that they can easily understand. And if you want to take a step for that, artificial intelligence that we're talking about is not something in the cloud. It's not something in the air. It's real. It's something you can touch. And where to also start from if you want to integrate that, because we are talking about the data-driven decision making now. If you have mastered Excel, take time to also master Microsoft Power BI. When you are done with that, take a step to further and try and master Tableau. If you're going to be interacting with various databases, go ahead and learn, a SQL, and if God helps you, you already have, various Microsoft products within your organization, maybe Dynamics 365, and you want to begin to predict, the behaviors of your employees, the behavior of your workforce. Why not integrate Microsoft Azure, into your entire technological package? And with this, you can actually leverage the machine learning capabilities within Azure to predict the behaviors of your workforce. And beyond just predicting the behaviors of your workforce, other departments like marketing, sales can also leverage the capabilities of this integration, Excel, Power BI, and Microsoft Azure, to also predict the behaviors of the customers, which customer is likely to run away with your money. It can predict for you. If you have historical data and you are able to present, this historical data to this system, the neural network within this system can understand patterns, and based on historical antecedents, we can predict for you the behaviors of, as customers that have similar characteristics with, the ones that you have presented to me. So these are the capabilities of having, a robust digital system within your organization. Number 4, quickly, greater agility and innovation. We're talking about the importance of digital transformation in today's business landscape, why they are important. And it's going to help you with greater agility and innovation. Digital tools can also help you quickly adapt to changes, and it's going to help you experiment with new ideas. And there are several tools, especially cloud-based platforms and collaborative tools, that will help you and help your team to iterate faster and brainstorm solutions in real time, and also be able to implement changes without the use of the usual red tape. Now, this is organizational-wide. For you as HR professionals, from an HR perspective, what this means is that you can foster a more innovative culture. You can encourage employees to think outside the box, and you can encourage them to take calculated risk, bring fresh ideas to the table, whether it's launching a new product or tweaking internal processes. What this means is that digital transformation will give you the flexibility to stay ahead of the curve. Yeah, this is what can happen if you create an environment where innovation is not just encouraged, but it's also built into your the entire operational framework of your organization, empowering your team to drive continuous improvement and stay competitive. Number 5 is going to enhance collaboration and communication. We all know that video conferencing and collaboration tools like the one we are using currently now at this conference make it easier for teams to work together no matter where they are. And with this, we are breaking down silos, and we are creating a connected workplace and a workforce where knowledge sharing happens effortlessly. And with these, I mean cloud-based systems. Everyone is on the same page, whether they are in the office or they are working remotely. And we are looking at real-time communication here. We are looking at improvement of cross-functional teamwork here, and we are also looking at transparency across all levels here with this tool. For you, from an HR perspective, what this means is that this kind of seamless collaboration can help you drive employee engagement, and it can help you create a more inclusive work culture. And so you are not just improving how people talk to each other, you are also enabling better decision making. You are fostering innovation, and you are boosting organizational cohesion, which is a strong banger for workforce alignment and productivity. The next, let's look at competitive advantage as an importance, as one of the benefits of digital transformation in an organization. Businesses that embrace digital transformation often outperform those that do not. So they can offer better products and services, customer experiences, setting them apart from their competitors and helping you stay ahead of the curve. it can do for you. Also, with advanced analytics, you are not just reacting to market trends, you are predicting them. You are not just at the receiving end, you are on top of your game, predicting trends in your industry. And this allows you to make data-driven decisions that drive growth and innovation in your organizations. Now, this is organization-wide. Now, for you, your department as HR leaders, we're looking at how you can use artificial intelligence and machine learning to enhance your talent management strategies. You are identifying top talent faster. You are creating personalized, development plans, and even improving retention, through data-driven engagement initiatives, in your organizations. You are building a workforce that is not just skilled, but the workforce is also future ready, and that gives you a strategic edge, and it makes sure that you are not just competing, but you are also leading your industry. Number 7, and that will be the last point I will make under the importance of digital transformation in today's business landscape. One of the benefits of this is that it will help you reduce costs. Automation and digital tools will really greatly reduce the various costs associated with manual labor, paper processing, these physical infrastructures you have in your organization. And what this will do is that it's going to help your business save money, and you will be able to reinvest those saved resources in the growth of your organization. So if we can cut down on those tedious admin tasks, we can redirect the resources that we have saved where they really matter, maybe like employee development and retention strategies, and related, issues. So some of us are still using physical storage, and outdated systems, we are still using it, system maintenance, and all this does is that it directly impacts your overhead. All these outdated systems we are using, are directly impacting, our overhead in the organization. So if we leverage cloud-based HR systems, for example, we can greatly eliminate the need for these unnecessary expenses and ensure that our organization and our department is equipped with the latest tools to support the entire workforce. Also, let me mention that with data-driven insights at our fingertips, we can make smarter budgetary decisions, whether it's for recruitment, things around benefit management, and even workforce planning. You are not just trimming expenses, you are actually creating a more scalable, more resilient operation that can adapt as your business grows. Okay, we can't be talking about the topic of today without actually looking at the evolution of HR technology. The evolution, of HR technology over the years is really a fascinating journey. If you look at it right from when we first heard of it in the 50s, from the early days of payroll processing to today's sophisticated AI-driven platforms, we say that each advancement has significantly, shaped how HR functions contribute to the success of our organization. So I'm just going to speak to the map, the flow I have on your screen, on our screen right now. in the 1950s, we have introduction of computerized systems, the introduction of, systems like, I think there is the Leo. I can't remember the full meaning now. Yeah, there's this Leon's. I think Leon's Electronic Office. I know there was this one popularly called the Leo then, which revolutionized, clerical tasks, and this included payroll processing back in the days. And this shift from, manual pen and paper systems, to computerized solutions marked the very beginning of the usage of technology to streamline HR processes. That was the very foundation, the beginning of, using technology to actually streamline HR processes. And back in those days, back in the days, they were all excited because, they were able to reduce errors and save tons of time, on routine tasks. And then from there, we moved to the 1970s, where we saw the first ATS being introduced. Before, ATS means applicant tracking system. Before that era, job postings and applications were usually a manual affair, and this often lead to inefficiencies and, missed opportunities, in the entire process. So the early ATS platforms, they really helped to organize, they helped to manage applications back in the days. They really helped the personnel managers, back in the days to manage that entire process. Although they were still quite rudimentary, when they came out, in the 70s, because they mainly focused on storing and retrieving data. But that notwithstanding, the introduction of that technology, it really helped the HR professionals, and then especially with what I have mentioned earlier, issues around job postings, and the various efforts around sorting and all these issues on recruitment. So after the 1970s era, we moved to 1980, which brought another major milestone with the introduction of the first human resource management system. I think it was PeopleSoft. PeopleSoft that brought that in, I think around 1987. Yeah, around 1987. That was when we had the first human resource management system. And this was not just about handling applications. It was a comprehensive approach to manage HR tasks on a larger scale. Yeah, on a very, very larger scale. The systems back then allowed them to distribute computing power across various networks, and this enhanced their capabilities and enhanced their efficiencies. And then we moved from the 80s to the 90s, where the 1990s, we saw the introduction of job boards, and LMS, and it really brought innovation into how people management was done back in the days. Platforms like I think it was the online career center. There was another one, first class something. That was the name, first class, maybe first class LMS. That was what was called then. Laid the groundwork, for what we know today as modern recruitment and continuous learning in the workplace. It really solidified, the platform upon which modern HR was built, and the tools did not just only simplify recruitment, they also democratized, access to learning resources, boosting skills development across various levels, in the organizations that were around, back in the days. And then we moved to the year 2000s, the millennium, as we entered, into the millennium, HR analytics took the center stage. And, the attempts that were made around that period were challenging due to the complexities, of HR systems. But, as data, as big data, yes, we call it big data technologies like R, R is related to Python, as they evolved, they enabled more sophisticated analysis, around the millennium, the year 2000 era, set the foundation, the very solid foundation for what will become a deep dive into, issues around predictive analytics in human resource management. And this allow, businesses to forecast and actually plan more effectively based on comprehensive data insights that they now have, all thanks to the tools that were available. So as we move into 10 years later, the 2010s and the 2020s, the most recent, decade, as we call it, we are seeing, artificial intelligence and chatbots are becoming integral part of HR. And, these technologies, are not just about automation, but they are enhancing, the employee experience, through more intuitive interfaces in all these HRIS, and other systems that the human resource department use. The smarter, and more responsive systems, are available in these technologies. They really contribute to the overall employee experience of various organizations. There's AI's role in learning and development, for example. And what this has done is that it has transformed how employees engage with trainings, making learning more adaptive, and impactful. Yeah, some of us use Coursera, and we see various recommendations Coursera will make to us as we, go there to seek knowledge, to gain more insights, and at least get more credentials. Today, the focus is squarely on enhancing the employee experience. The HR tech landscape, current HR tech landscape is now populated, with tools that are designed to make employees work life simpler, and more productive. And from recruitment and onboarding to collaboration and performance management, the emphasis is now on creating seamless, engaging experiences that not only meet the needs of modern workers, but also drive efficiency and support broader business objectives in the various organizations that have adopted this digital technology. And when we look at these historical perspectives, we are excited that we see not only how far we have come in terms of technological advancements in HR, but we are also seeing the increasing role of HR as a strategic partner in businesses, which are, without an iota of doubt, are propelled by technology to meet future challenges and opportunities head on. Okay, let's watch another video briefly on artificial intelligence, because the systems we will be looking at, I want to now show you how to enhance efficiency in the organization through HR tech integration. And this technology, HR technology that we'll be talking about, has artificial intelligence embedded in it. So we just want to, in the next maybe 1 or 2 minutes, show you a video of how artificial intelligence actually works, so you can now flow along as we move on. Please enjoy the video.
Wow! ChatGPT works like magic. Ask it anything and it responds. And no one knows how it works. Until now. I'm gonna try to explain to you how AI magic works using very simple words, so that everybody can finally understand this revolution.
This is really cool.
It works.
So, let's begin. I came here to Abu Dhabi, to the Technology Innovation Institute, where they have tens of AI engineers building an open source AI model called Falcon 180B. This model is one of the top ranked in the world with 180 billion parameters.
So Falcon 180B means it's 180 billion parameters, which means it's 180 billion numbers in this neural network.
It is really powerful and it works just like ChatGPT. But because it's open source, we can see how they built it. So here is how AI works. Artificial intelligence is actually not very intelligent because it needs a lot of data to give you any answer. So these AI engineers downloaded the whole English internet. Every text, every image, every Wikipedia article, every Instagram comment, and it saved them in one big text file. It looks like this. Yes, they downloaded 1/3 of the whole English internet. And then here is the crazy part. They turned the whole text internet into numbers because machines only understand numbers. Check this out. The word motherhood is now 49836. Eyelids is 49837. So now the one big internet file we have is just a giant list of numbers.
And then we put all these numbers into a neural network.
A neural network actually looks like this. Cells connected to other cells, connected to other cells. It is actually somewhat similar to how our brains work. So engineers at the Technology Innovation Institute copied the basic structure of our brain and put it inside a computer.
This is as complicated as it looks, but it works.
So now we have a brain inside a computer, but this brain is actually really dumb. So we need to train it billions and billions of times. And every time this AI brain gives a wrong answer, the engineers tweak it again and again and again and again until this dumb brain becomes really, really smart after billions of trials. And now, if you ask Falcon any question, most likely it has the answer because it was trained so many times. How big is Abu Dhabi in kilometers? Answer me in just one sentence. Abu Dhabi is approximately 67,000 square kilometers in size. Period. It works. It will help humanity in ways we never imagined before. Companies around the world are racing to build the best AI models. Google, Amazon, Apple, it's all closed source, while others are making them open source, like these guys at TII. I am so optimistic because technology like this will make the world so much more intelligent.
Wow, this is super cool.
Okay, I hope we enjoyed that. So let's look at how we can enhance efficiency through HR integration. How we can enhance efficiency through HR integration. Number one, I'll just touch on a couple of HR functions and see how we can enhance efficiency in those functions using technology. We all know that technology has revolutionized recruitment and onboarding, because I know most of us on this call, we are involved in that function. All of these processes can now be streamlined into what we call an effective, I think a more efficient, more automated and more data-driven, approach. If your organization owns an advanced applicant tracking system, you can leverage the AI, artificial intelligence, in this ATS, to filter resumes. You can leverage it to match candidates to job descriptions and even schedule interviews. Yes, this is the power, embedded, in applicant tracking system. We've seen how, AI works, and what this does is that with a few tweakings, in this ATS, it can, help you streamline millions of applications that come, into your organization, during your recruitment exercise. And, you are doing this while also providing real-time analytics, on candidate pipelines. And these automation, tools will also facilitate smooth onboarding experiences for your new hires, by delivering. They're going to deliver consistent, personalized onboarding journeys, and they will ensure that your new hires are seamlessly integrated and they are productive from day one. They are going to ensure that they have a soft landing from day one, because they would have been interacting with your organization, through various digital tools embedded, in the portal, even before they join your organizations. And this will not only accelerate your hiring process, it's going to ensure it will enhance, yes, permit me to use that word, enhance your candidate's experience and greatly reduce, time to hire, and it's going to improve retention rates of your new hires. In the chat room, can you suggest some of the recruitment and onboarding tools that you use? Can you suggest recruitment? I hope this slide, somebody said the slide is not clear. This slide is clear from here. Please, can you suggest in the chat rooms? I want to make this this part of the presentation interactive. Can you suggest to us some of the tools you use? Can you suggest to us? Yes, some of the tools, technologies. Okay, let me give you an instance. Let me give you one of the examples. We know LinkedIn Talent Solution is there. We use it for recruitment and onboarding. So can you suggest which recruitment and onboarding tool do you use in your organization? We want to learn from all of us on this call. Which recruitment and onboarding solution do you use? I know there is a Workday recruiting. Some of us use SAP. Oh yeah, guys, let's make this interactive. Can you drop in the chat room which recruitment and onboarding tool do you use? Or is it that in our organization, chain of paper, they still carry come, when they want to apply any? I'm waiting, hoping that, can you hear me? I hope I'm not speaking to myself. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. An in-house portal linked to JD Edwards. Thank you, Dr. Peter Ogunkunle. Thank you very much. Seamless HR. Oh, excellent. Please, this session now, please be picking the tools. Just go to the chat room and all that they are saying, please be picking the tools. They are making recommendations, and for them to still be using it, that means, these tools are good. So, Success Factor SAP, thank you very much. Thank you very much. SAP, thank you very much. So these are some of the tools. I know some of us just have an HRIS that encompasses all this, that we can use for diverse HR functions. Sometimes it's only the LMS that we put, on another system, but most of us, all the tools we use for diverse HR functions are just embedded in that one giant system. Sage, 300 people. Oh, there's Sage for recruitment. I've not heard of Sage for recruitment, but if you say you use Sage for recruitment, oh, that would be interesting, sir. Please, Mr. Okoroefe, confirm that Sage 300, you use it for recruitment. I'm hoping that you will drop that. We want to know that you use Sage 300 for recruitment. Okay, let's move to as more people are commenting, let's move to the next one, performance management. This function is now oh yes, we do. Oh, thank you very much. So guys, you can try any of those functions, any of those tools. Okay, moving on to performance management, which is now a dynamic tool. It's become more dynamic with advanced technology, embedded in various systems that we use for performance management. And there are tools, that track real-time performance, and utilize, the sophisticated analytics platforms that, are available, integrated within the systems. And what they will help you do is that they will help you to continuously monitor and assess, your employee performance. They will also support, continuous feedback, various reviews, maybe 360-degree reviews, data-driven performance evaluations, etc. So if you use these tools, you can set precise goals for your organization, department, and employees. You can conduct, constructive performance reviews, and even align, the performance of your employees with the objectives of your organization, and you will be ultimately fostering, a culture of continuous improvement by doing this. So again, esteemed leaders on this call, please, can we go to the chat room? I know seamless is all encompassing, but again, I also like, for the sake of those our colleagues that are listening, that have joined this call, please can you go there and drop in the chat room the various tools that you use for performance management. Which tool do you use? Even if you have written something for if you have written something for recruitment and onboarding before, please you can drop there, drop in the chat room the tools that you use for performance management. Thank you very much, esteemed past chairman, Mr. Balogunji Oladile. Thank you for those nice comments. PeopleSoft, oh, excellent. Dr. Peter Unkule said he uses PeopleSoft for performance management. Shodek or Fumilayo, you use SAP. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, guys, what do we use in organizations for performance management? Workday, oh, excellent. Thank you very much. There's one called Lattice. Odoo, wow. Okay. I want to believe these are the ones we are using. Oh, please, let's know, because some of the recommendations we will be making here are the ones that we have deployed, that we have used, and that we can recommend to other people. So if you are, maybe you picked it online and you are not too sure of how it works, you may not bother about recommending it. I want the ones you are using, so that our colleagues here that are trying to make informed choices, they can pick, they can learn from you. Edith, oh, I hope this is my how do we call her now? Former chairman. Thank you very much. He said we use SAP and Share 2. Oh, wow, we are learning new things. So which one is Share 2 again? Even with my technological advancement, I've not heard of Share 2, but thank you again. After now, we'll go and research about it. And if your organization, as huge as it is using Share 2, that means Share 2 must be really, really good. And SAP also. Thank you very much. So let's move on to the third point. We are talking about how to enhance efficiency through HR tech integration. I've taken time to break this out into various functions of HR so that, because when some of us hear HR, we need to demystify it into various functions and see how we can use HR, in those various functions. If we can enhance efficiency, in those various functions, we are inevitably enhancing efficiency in the entire department and in the entire organization. Technology plays it plays a crucial role, in employee engagement efforts, in how we enhance, employee engagement, and of course, retention also. So if you utilize, engagement platforms, survey tools and feedback mechanisms, that are available, some of these are available online, you will be able to gather real-time insights into, employee satisfaction and engagement, and which is really, really important for the overall health of the organization. You see how engaged your employees are. And these tools will also enable you to implement, timely interventions, of course, personalized strategies, to boost the engagement of your workforce. So you will be able to collaborate and connect, better on these platforms. You'll be able to, there will be these interactions that your employees will have, this bonding, they're going to come out of their shell and, really bond and engage. And this will ultimately foster a positive workplace culture. It's going to reduce turnover and it's going to increase employee satisfaction. So again, let me come to you, our coaches online. What tools do you use for employee engagement, in the organizations? What are those tools that you use? I know there's this popular one, Survey Monkey, Survey Monkey is there, Okay, so yeah, guys, let's do it. Our time is far going. Please, can you make suggestions? What tool do you use? Even as simple as Google Form, it could do the magic, But let me not believe all I'm saying is all there is to say, on this subject matter. Please, esteemed colleagues on this call, can you please drop? Let me just take just 2 recommendations on the tools you use for employee engagement. Let's learn new things today. I'm waiting for your comments in the chat room. What do you use to, even if there are platforms, please, can you suggest to us, okay, maybe we'll come back to that. Maybe people are still planning to write their recommendation. So we move to the next issue, enhancing efficiency through HR integration. And the next point, okay, random interviews and consultant survey. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe during the comment session, you will explain better to us. Random interviews and consultant survey. We're talking about digital tools, sir. Digital tools that we can deploy to enhance, employee engagement and retention. So let's move to the workforce, analytics. You need workforce analytics for strategic decision making, no doubt. And if you leverage real-time data collection and analysis, you can gain, deep insights into, your workforce trends and, their productivity. So get advanced analytics platforms. They're going to help you to support predictive modeling, and which will help you to plan effectively and make informed decisions based on, data-driven forecasts. And it's also going to allow you to anticipate, future needs. It will allow you to identify patterns. It's going to allow you to make proactive decisions, that will help you drive organizational success and also improve operational efficiency. Again, thank you very much. So let's come to tools. We are here to learn, and we must go back with tools. Okay, you use SAP, and okay. Thank you very much. Success factor. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so tools for workforce analytics. That one is simple now. We've mentioned some of them today. Tableau, Power BI, I think SAP also has it, I think SAP has it. I love Watson, IBM, Watson, Yes, Excel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Excel, I mentioned before, at the basis of it, at the foundational level, Excel can do some of these things we invest so much money, to acquire. So let's move on quickly. Let's move to LMS, learning and development platforms, LMS and, various e-learning platforms, have really revolutionized employee training and development across industries, across sectors, and all these technologies, they will offer personalized learning experiences. Yes, making recommendations to you based on your needs, based on your, historical, learning sessions to also, help you track your progress, and provide access to a wide range of resources, available to assist you. So all of these elements, they have API integration, and with these, LMS platforms can deliver tailored contents and identify, gaps, in your skills, what we call skills gaps, which will ensure that, your training programs are aligned with both individual needs and your organizational goals. And this approach, will ultimately enhance, the entire experience, of your team. It will enhance their development and also scalability. This one no suppose hard. So what are the various tools, the platforms for learning and development? Maybe if you have the one customized ones you use outside what I'm going to mention now, I will just mention the general MOOCs, but if you have customized ones that you use in your organization, that is custom made, please, you can drop in the chat room as I continue speaking. We know Coursera, we know Udemy Business, we know LinkedIn Learning, and all of those other platforms. But again, if you have, if you can suggest, the ones you use for us in your organization, we will greatly appreciate it. So next, we're talking about how to enhance, efficiency in our organizations and our departments, through HR technological integration, and, we're talking about, the comp and bay, departments. You need to automate compensation and benefits management if you want to maintain accuracy and efficiency in your payroll processing. Some of us are still using manual, pressing calculators here and there, and that's why we are not getting accuracy. Advanced HR software solutions will help you streamline, your payroll administration, benefits enrollment, things around compliance tracking, and a host of other, comp and bay issue. Automation will also ensure, timely and let me call it error-free compensation, while also providing you with, robust reporting and analytics capabilities. And what this will do is that it's going to reduce, administrative burdens, on your team. It's also going to help you minimize errors and, keep your compensation practices very aligned, with organizational policies and, the various regulatory requirements. Okay, what do we use for? I hope people are still with me here. Please don't leave me to do this on my own. No, the knowledge I have is limited. I can only say what I know, and what I have used before. But again, please, let's tap into our wealth of experience and knowledge, on this call. So that's why we want to make this interactive. And to have a seamless meeting, please just drop in the chat room so that all of us can see what you are using in your organization, and then we can make those recommendations to our management after researching further on some of these recommendations. Okay, I know Sage. There's Sage. I know there's ADP Workforce now. So please, what tool, especially payroll? What tool do you use for payroll? Please kindly drop, in the chat room, the various tools that you use. Okay, so the last two, talent management. If you have a centralized talent management system, you should be able to track, the growth of your employees and also successfully and seamlessly plan succession. These platforms will help you integrate, various HR functions, and also allow, for comprehensive monitoring of the skills of your employees, career progression, things around development needs of your workforce. So by using these systems, you can create targeted developments. You can plan, you can identify, hypos, you can manage, succession planning effectively. You can ensure, a strong pipeline of talents for the future needs of your organization. Again, Paymaster, God bless you. Oyidola Akande said he uses Paymaster for payroll management. Oh, thank you very much. Exceed software. Wow. All manner of names. Ayomaku said the Exceed does not have E before the X. Exceed software for payroll management. Okay. Dr. Wongole, you said you use Human Manager. I hope that's the name of the software. Okay, we use RUT software for payroll management. RUT. ARUTI. Wow. Payroll management navigations. Wow, this is really a rich class. I love the fact that we are getting recommendations from people that are already using these solutions. Thank you very much for making this interactive and contributory. God bless you. Now, for talent management, I know SAP does this, and I would also, all these huge, very expensive solutions, Oracle, talent management, cloud is there, all these. But which one do you use? But please, for this talent management, please don't recommend very expensive ones. So, some of our organizations now, with these blue things going on, we don't want to spend money. So if you can let your recommendation be something that will be affordable, we will so much appreciate it. So lastly on this, before I move to the last session I have for today, we want to see, how HR tech can enhance efficiency in employee well-being efforts, wellness programs. You need digital tools for employee well-being and wellness, no doubt about it. I know we're already doing a lot, within our organizations, happy hours, which increases engagement, various HMOs that we have engaged and all of that, all of these are integral, in promoting a healthy work environment within our organizations. Technologies such as, health tracking apps, and they are available, in Play Store and in Apple Store, mental well-being platforms, virtual wellness programs. All of these will definitely provide support for employee health and the productivity of our workforce. So if you use these tools, you can definitely monitor the well-being metrics of available at your organization, and offer personalized, wellness resources, and implement, programs that will definitely enhance the overall employee experience, overall employee health, and it's going to definitely reduce absenteeism. We heard Bola Onime talking about cases where absenteeism is on the rise. If you deploy all of these tools, I'm sure they will help you, keep your employees, well balanced, impact positively on their mental health, keep them more engaged. And what that will mean is that, they will be more present, in the organization. Again, what do you use for employee well-being and wellness programs? Please the applications you use, please suggest in the chat room. Oh, okay. For the previous one, Kayode Omoroga said SAP success factors and SAP S for HANA. Oh, wow. All manner of names. So S for HANA. Okay, that's for talent management. So which one do you use for employee well-being? Please, you can suggest in the chat room. So lastly, we want to navigate digital transformation. Now you heard all these, all these talks around digital transformation, embedding artificial intelligence into your digital strategy, your HR strategy, what it can do for you, the capabilities, what it promises, etc., etc. Now, you now want to go into it, and the question is, so how are you going to navigate, this digital transformation within your organizations? I've listed these points, and I'm going to touch on them briefly, and then I'll say bye-bye to us today. Now, the first thing you need to do is to understand your business goals. You need to understand your business goal. The first step in getting, your digital transformation right is to nail down what exactly you are aiming to achieve. No go copy another organization, say they have this technological system, and then you are recommending to your management that they should go and by force get that technological system for your organization. You need to first of all, understand what you are aiming to achieve. You see, before we even start talking about solutions or technologies, we need a crystal clear understanding of the goals of your business goals, and the objectives of your business. What's the end game or here? What are we aiming at? Are we looking to boost our operational efficiency? Are we looking to ramp up our customer experience? Are we looking to expand our reach into new markets? Or are we looking to stay a step ahead of our competitors? Each of these goals I've mentioned now, many other goals, will definitely steer you towards different technologies and strategies. There's no one technology working for all of them. Each of these, will steer you towards different, strategies and technologies. So defining this upfront is very, very crucial if you are going to make sense of the amount of money you want to collect from your management, and you don't want them to be chasing you around that you have wasted their resources. It's going to ensure that every decision you make in your organization, and in your digital transformation journey is aligned with where you want the company to go. Number two, you need to select a cross-functional team. Once you have your goals mapped out, the next crucial step is to put together, the right team that will drive it. Now, human being will still drive this technology. The robots won't drive themselves. And I'm not just talking about having an IT on board. We need a cross-functional team that pulls in perspectives from across the business, from marketing, operations, finance, customer service, from everywhere. And this is not just about getting buy-ins now. It's about gathering diverse insights that will definitely help us to spot our best opportunities for transformation, and really tailor our approach to meet the varied needs of our businesses. We need this cross-functional team, and this team is not just there for the setup alone. They are integral throughout the entire process. They are going to help you refine your objectives. They are going to help you pinpoint, key opportunities for digital leverage. They are going to help you manage the project from inception to execution. They're going to help you do this. If some of us can take courses around, Scrum, around project management, there are courses on that on Coursera. I think I took one there. I took one with Microsoft. I took one with Google, project management, to be able to manage teams, when you want to deploy, digital technological projects in the organization. They will also, be on the front lines when it comes to overseeing, progress. They're going to help you iron out any interdepartmental wrinkles, because all of them are represented, So you're not just bringing IT, the team from the IT into that, team that you've set up. You should make sure that the changes you are implementing are actually working. This team will ensure, because they are bringing in, queries from their various departments. Also, they have a crucial role in assessing the impact of these changes, gathering feedback from within and from without. And, they will also help you tweak your strategy as needed to continuously improve, throughout the entire lifetime of that solution. So this approach will definitely ensure that your digital transformation is not just effective, but it's also inclusive, it's adaptive, as you move forward. Number 3, what are these? These are step by steps. These are step by step. After understanding your business goals, you have selected the team, and you make sure they are cross-functional team. You need to assess your current state. And this is the third step in your digital transformation journey. It requires, you to take a good, very, very hard look at where you are currently, where you currently stand. It's important that you conduct, a thorough assessment of your existing technology, infrastructure, and the capabilities that you have within your digital system, your digital capabilities. You need to identify what is working. You need to also identify, you need to areas where you are lacking. You also need to identify what is working and what is not. Are there significant gaps, that will hinder your ability to reach, your business goals? These steps will must not be about figuring out what new technology you might need. It's basically about understanding your baseline. It's about understanding, your baseline. You need this, and it's very, very crucial. So when you recognize your strengths and weaknesses, you can then, build a strategic roadmap, that is not just ambitious, but also realistic, very, very realistic, and tailored to your specific needs. It's not just audacious, but it's also very realistic. You can deploy it, and it's useful to you in your organization. And this will ensure that every step you take is purpose-driven, and it maximizes, your chances of meaningful improvements. Now, number 4, after assessing your current state, you need to develop now the digital transformation strategy. You need to do this. You need to have, the moment you have a clear picture of your current state, you need to craft a comprehensive digital transformation strategy. And this is not just about choosing technologies. I'm not just talking about, just picking technologies, about, creating a master plan, that aligns perfectly with the overarching business objectives that you have. You need to lay out a strategic roadmap that will detail, the steps you will take. It is going to set out, clear timelines. It is going to help you establish the concrete KPIs, to track your progress, as you go in this journey. Else, you are going to keep moving in cycles. These KPIs, are very vital because, they will give you real-time, quantifiable targets to actually hit. Real-time, quantifiable targets to hit. So you are not just doing a guesswork. You have a target you are pursuing, and it will ensure that your digital transformation efforts are measurable, and very, very importantly, that they align with, your strategic goals. To ensure that they align with your strategy, and they will act. Your strategy will act as your guiding compass throughout the digital transformation process. They will ensure that every investment you make in tech, and initiatives that you have is directly contributing to the broader business, aims of your organization, providing you with, a framework, to continuously monitor, to continuously refine, your approach, helping you to stay on track and make necessary adjustments as you forge ahead, in your digital evolution. Now, as you are laying out, your digital transformation strategy, it's absolutely crucial to parallelly, at the same time, develop a robust risk management plan. Benny, you need a robust risk management. You don't trust technology, sir. So you need to mitigate against risk. And the reason is digital transformation is not without its risk and challenges. Anything from data security breaches, to tech implementation delays can throw spanners in your works. And you can throw a wrench in the works. So what we need to do is to thoroughly analyze potential risks right from the very start, before you even deploy. So by identifying all of this, by assessing, all of this, by categorizing this risk, you can then, craft targeted strategies to mitigate them. And this means, not just recognizing risk, but also prioritizing them based on their potential impact, and then setting up proactive measures to actually address them before they become real issues. And this risk management plan is vital because it will serve as a safeguard, a sort of insurance policy, that will help you ensure that your transformation journey runs smoothly and without significant hitches. It's going to align closely with your strategic roadmap. It's going to act as, a crucial defense mechanism, against any unforeseen obstacles that might derail the entire objectives of your digital transformation efforts. Now, alongside the risk management, we also need to focus on the financials. And this is where crafting a comprehensive financial plan comes into play. It's all well and good to have ambitious digital transformation goals, but we need to have a clear picture of the financial implications of these audacious goals, of this audacious project. So by developing a detailed financial plan, we outline all associated costs and funding requirements of our transformation initiatives, and we can get buy-ins, this way. Just as we, brought together a cross-functional teams to leverage, diverse insights, in the same way, a well thought out budget will help you understand the financial stakes that is involved in your project. And the plan, what should be there? It should detail anticipated expenses and also the revenue potential of each of these initiatives. It's not just about checking if we can afford to implement certain technologies. You need to assess the overall financial feasibility and sustainability of these digital transformation projects. And essentially, the financial justification will become a core component, a very strong component, pivotal, component of your business case that you are presenting to management, showcasing, your fiscal responsibility, and also ensuring that your investment decisions are in full alignment with our broader business objectives. And once you've got your digital transformation strategy solidly laid out, the next crucial step is building a compelling business case, Benny, to really sell it. You need to defend what you want to carry company money and go and dump on. You need to defend it. So you need a business case, a compelling business case to sell it, internally and externally. You need to spell out exactly what challenges you are facing right now and how digital transformation can help you tackle these challenges. You need to lay out your long-term objectives and show clear, measurable outcomes that you expect from the company's investments in technology. If not, they won't approve it. And it should include cost and benefits, and importantly, your comprehensive risk assessment, all tied back to how this aligns with the overall strategy of the organization. So it's not just about getting funds. It's not about getting funds. It's about making a persuasive argument that investing in these digital initiatives is key to driving the growth of the organization. Is ensuring that you have a solid argument, that investing in these initiatives will boost efficiency of the organization, sharpening our competitive edge in this organization in this digital era. If not, why do you see money? They won't approve. Because in digital transformation is not cheap. In digital technology for HR especially is not cheap. So we need to communicate these goals and the benefits clearly and effectively to all relevant stakeholders, be it executives, department heads, or even the employees who will be on the front lines of these changes. It's about getting everyone on board, ensuring that they understand the whys. Yes, the whys and the hows, and also securing their buy-ins, and also securing their support. So this step is crucial because without widespread stakeholders support, even the best laid out plan will definitely falter. It's going to falter without buying, without getting their support. Now, with our stakeholders aligned and all backing the project, it's time now to get into the specifics of the technology solutions that will make all of this possible. You need to identify and select the right mix of softwares, the right mix of hardwares, and other digital tools that align with your transformation goals. Now that you've understood your business goals, you've selected a cross-functional team, what else again? You've assessed your current state, you've developed the digital transformation strategy, and you parallelly, as you are doing others, you are developing a risk management plan. You've created a comprehensive financial plan. You've built a business case, and you have secured stakeholder support. You need to identify and prioritize your technology solutions that will make all this possible. You need to identify the right mix of softwares, the right mix of hardwares, all of the tools that will align with your goals. And this part of the process involves not just, picking technology, but you are prioritizing which solutions we implement first based on their potential impact on our organization as we stand, and how well they sync up with our strategic roadmap. So it's about making strategic choices that will have the most immediate and positive effect on our operations and help us build momentum in our digital strategy and our digital transformation journey. And this prioritization will ensure that we focus our efforts and we focus our resources and efforts on technologies that are crucial for achieving the outcomes that we have set out in our business case. So rolling out digital transformations, initiatives, across the entire organization, right off the bat, my dear brothers and sisters, it can be, what can I compare it to now? Maybe like jumping into a deep ocean, you're jumping into the end of a deep ocean without checking the water's temperature. We need to start with what we call pilot projects that will let us take a more measured approach, testing out, our chosen tech solutions, on a smaller scale first. Nobody tests the depth of his sea, with both feet. Said the sage, Chief Obafemi Awolowo of blessed memory. You need to start with a pilot project, that will help us test this out, on a smaller scale, smaller scale. And this way we can iron out any issue in our processes, so that we can, before we commit huge resources and waste all of them, squander the organization's resources, and burn our fingers, in the process. Pilot projects will help us actually stabilize and know what works and what is not working. It will also help us pinpoint, any potential stumbling blocks, and it's going to help us make necessary adjustments before a full-scale rollout is done. So we need these pilots to show our stakeholders the tangible benefits, of these digital changes, which can really help in solidifying support and solidifying enthusiasm for the broader objectives. We also need to lay out, clear step-by-step plan. We're talking about development of detailed implementation roadmap now. We need to lay out step-by-step plan that covers everything from timelines and resources allocation to assigning specific responsibilities in the course of managing this project. We need this roadmap to actually ensure that everyone involved knows exactly what needs to be done, and when this should be done, and by whom it should be done. So this clarity is key to a smooth transition as we deploy digital solutions, across, the entire organization. It's also going to help us avoid overlaps, to help us manage resources efficiently and also keep the entire transformation process, well coordinated. So what we are saying basically is that, the roadmap is our blueprint, for success, to guide us, through each of the phases of this implementation, and ensure that, every step contributes effectively, very effectively, towards achieving, larger digital transformation goals. So when we have done this, we need to incorporate change management, and it's crucial, very, very crucial when we are rolling out, new digital transformation initiatives. If this is not handled correctly, saying a human being will use waiting they do. Now, still human beings, so technology won't use itself. So if this is not handled correctly, it can really make, or break the success of the entire project. So we start our change management efforts early, well before the actual transformation will kick off. And I think the first step, from all I've learned and from the few technology projects I have created and deployed, the first step is to actually gauge how ready your organization is for these changes. You need to understand, where potential resistance, because they will come, where potential resistance, might come from. And then, you develop a solid plan to address this foreseen, resistance. You develop it. And in the planning phase also, you need to craft a clear and comprehensive communication strategy that will inform, everyone in the organization, about what the upcoming changes are, why they are necessary, how they will benefit both the company and, the employees. And this should not be about just sending out a couple of emails, that we usually do, as if we are doing public, public announcements, or holding, a couple of meetings. We need to engage, in ongoing dialogue, clear explanations, and open lines of communications. One of the ingredients of engagement is communication. I was taught that several years ago. By, I think, Professor Adesua Akanda, during one of the engagement classes. If you want engagement, you want people to be engaged, with your solution, then you can joke with communication. You can't joke with communication. We also need to plan and design training programs for all the new digital tools and processes you are introducing. They don't know how to use this, so you need to plan and design training programs for all these tools. The training should be rolled out in sync with the development of these tools. They should be rolled out in sync with, the development of these tools, ensuring that, as soon as, a new technology goes live, your team is ready, to use it, effectively. Support does not end with the initial training. You need to have mechanisms in place to continually, support, assist these employees as they navigate through these changes, this big problem that you have created for them. They are not ready for these changes, but you have come with your own wahala now. Now you train them initially and you forget about it, and they help you dump your technology project somewhere, and they cry foul that it's not working. And we say that culture, we eat your strategy for breakfast anytime, any day. So all of these things we are talking about will really help you enhance the culture, get buy-ins from even the employees themselves. And if you say anyone that is not aligning, you will fire. How many employees HR go fire? Oh, how many employees HR go fire? Hey, you go fire us tire. Hey, you go fire us tire. Hey, you go fire us tire. So if you don't want labor to come and sing that for you, please make sure that the training is continuous and that you ensure that they are well engaged. And remember, change management is not a one and done deal. You're not doing it once and then you are saying you are forgetting about it. It continues even after the digital tools and processes are implemented. You need to keep supporting and guiding your employees to ensure that they are not just using the new systems, but they are becoming proficient. Benny, they are becoming proficient with them. And this ongoing support, will definitely help you to truly embed these digital, changes into your organizational fabric, and it's going to help you drive the long-term success, of your transformation, efforts. I'll just briefly touch on this last few points. Implement and monitor, progress. Now, on implementation and monitoring, you kick off, the full-scale deployment, according to your detailed roadmap. But, setting everything in motion is not, at the end of the story. You need to keep a close eye on, how these things, unfold. And this means that you are continuously, monitoring your progress, and you are ready to tweak, your approach whenever they are necessary. You are tracking KPIs, and which will help you, ensure that every element of your digital transformation is not just being implemented, but it's also delivered. It's delivering, the outcomes, that you need, and they are aligning, with the overarching business goals. Now, you provide training and support, adequate training, and then you evaluate and adjust. You evaluate and adjust. Your digital transformation efforts, need to be dynamic, not static. Don't go and invest in systems that you cannot tweak. Please use agile approach that you can continuous iteration can keep taking place. Continuous as you see, the improvements you are expecting. So as you notice, deficiency in some areas, you tweak, you assess, your business objectives, the impact of all of these, on the entire organization. Are you seeing the improvements? You as expected? Are you moving closer to your business objectives? You've got to use the data and feedback you collect to make informed decisions about your strategy. Maybe something is not working, as well as you thought it would, or perhaps there are new technology out there that could do the job better. Please note that digital transformation is not a set of set and forget kind of deal. It's a continuous loop, of evaluation, a continuous loop of adjustment, and this adaptability is very crucial, not just for, keeping up with technological advancements, but it's also crucial for ensuring that your transformation efforts really do drive, your business forward in a way that you want them to. Second to the last point, you need to communicate success and learnings. Celebrating and communication of your success is important, and this is why. When you achieve milestones in your digital transformation efforts, you need to shout about them, but it's not just about, patting, yourselves on the back, sharing these successes, along with the lessons you've learned along the way, will help reinforce, the value of the changes you are making. Benny, it will help reinforce it. It builds morale and shows everyone in the organization from the top down, that your efforts are paying off. You need to defend that, yes, what you are doing is impacting the EBITDA. And when we talk about what has not worked and the tweaks, you've made to fix those issues, it will help foster a culture of transparency and continuous improvement. So they know that you know what you are doing. And this communication should be frequent and can take any forms, maybe email updates, intranet posts, regular meetings, even celebratory events. The key is to keep everyone informed and engaged and ensure that the whole organization is on the same page and motivated by what you are achieving together. And lastly, you need to sustain and evolve. You need to sustain and evolve. Digital transformation is definitely not a one and done deal. It's an ongoing journey that you need to refine again and again. Technology and market conditions, continue to evolve at a rapid pace, and your strategies need to keep up, with the transformations that is taking place, in the industry. You must continuously seek out new opportunities to enhance your digital approach, whether it's by adopting cutting-edge technologies, whether it's by reevaluating your processes, or maybe simply staying alert to changes in the market. Your goal is to keep your business not just current, you must keep leading the edge. You must keep leading the edge. Staying competitive means, being proactive, not just reactive. So you must maintain competitive advantage, all through the business lifetime. You need to keep pushing, the envelope, experimenting with new solutions and learning from both, your successes and setbacks. This mindset of ongoing evolution will definitely help you maintain, your momentum and ensure that your business remains, resilient, your business remains innovative, and no matter what challenges you hold, you keep forging ahead. This is where I'll draw the curtains, and I thank you so much for staying with us even up till now. God bless you. And so I'll take questions and now if there are any. Over to you, sir.